Welcome back, SMFF Nation, strongest nation on the internet. It's the final piece of the puzzle, my friends. The young Paul Atreides, aka the boy, aka the Kwisatz Haderach, aka Uzul, aka Muad'ib, aka the Emperor. There's a lot of things. So before I take him out of the box, I just kind of wanted to look at him in the box. And to be quite honest, I mean, I think I beat the whole box thing to death. We got the cool noodle language. Honestly, I apologize if that's an actual script. And I'm just being insensitive. But, I don't know, there's really not much more I can kind of go at. I think I've kind of deconstructed the box as much as possible. We got the cool hawk, or eagle. We got the cool green, for the Atreides. The only big difference is I'll read heir to one of humanity's. There we go. Do you want to focus on that? Nope. Nope, does not want to. Well, that's fine. Heir to one of humanity's most powerful families and cursed with visions of the future, Paul must face his destiny on the planet known as DUNE. The only thing that I think I might be able to point out is that, maybe I didn't notice it before or make any note of it, the Spanish and I assume French on the back, which means we're trying to get international on this. We're trying to get big appeal, obviously with Denny being a French Canadian, the director. The French should be there, but I'm glad that they're at least trying to branch out a bit. So I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna take this puppy out of the box, and we're gonna go from there. All right, so I already took the knives out, which is okay. Knives out, like the movie. Get it? I guess I'm just gonna try to take out Mr. Chalamet, I guess Mr. Atreides, from his box and just packaging. I did already take the base out because I wasn't gonna do that again. Try this with the right hand. There we go. The Emperor is just like us. He gets out of his packaging one limb at a time. Isn't that awesome? I feel like Paul's theme song should be Humble by the Lonely Island. Well, I'm just gonna take it out off camera because I'm holding it again and I don't plan for anything. So, give me a sec. We back. All right. So for people who are sick in the head like me and think, oh no, this plastic, I don't want to damage it because it might be worth something one day. Man, did they really shove these Beast Ramon legs in that packaging? I'm not joking around. I almost hurt my finger getting it out of there, man. I don't know what's up with that, but figure yourself out, McFarlane Toys. Big observation with the Beast Ramon, at least. It has a little foot peg for him. It doesn't come with a base anywhere, unless I missed it. I don't think I did. So, what's up with that? I mean, I guess he's got stout feet. He can stand on his own, but the only one without a base, really? Maybe it comes in the Harkonnen. Stout feet. Maybe it comes with a Harkonnen figure? I really have no idea. But here we go. We got some Michels. That sculpt looks great, honestly. Detail in the eyes is amazing. Wow. Now, honestly, obviously with this being the last figurine and completing the set and whatnot, I like dragging things out to 3 parts. I hope people thought I was going to finish with part 2 for all 3 of you that cared. I don't know, I figured we would get Timmy Shell's kind of set up. I can talk a little bit more about my opinions on the figures. Not that I haven't really said everything that I've already kind of thought. But maybe I can talk a little bit about how I think he's going to do with the movie. Is that on there? Yeah, mostly. and how I think the movie's going to do based on the book and what that even really means and why that really even matters. So to start, how do I think Timmy Chalamet is going to do? I don't know. I'll be real with you. I don't think I've ever seen him in a full movie. I'm not the most movie-watching guy. For those of you that keep up with the show, you probably know that. So trying to guess how he's going to do in this role is really difficult for me because I don't really know that much about him, which isn't a big deal. I know he's in a lot of stuff. I know people love him because he's a part of DUNE Twitter. I've also become a part of Timothy Chalamet Twitter, so I've seen a lot of fan posts about him. He seems like a nice guy. I know he's pretty young, from New York, if that really matters. Why I'm nervous. Paul's a hard role to play. I've obviously never played the part of Paul Atreides, but it's a tough character. That's a tough nut to crack. He's like 8 things at once. He's basically perfect at the beginning of the book and throughout. And the whole idea of Paul Atreides is to create the perfect protagonist for a reason. If you read the whole series, and it's kind of hard to be like that. I mean, he's almost emotionless because he kind of knows all this stuff's going to happen. So I don't know. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a difficult part for him to play. I've watched a lot of Denny's movies. I think Denny's a perfect person to take this job on. I think the direction that they're going with so far from the trailer and from all the promotional materials is great. I think this very like hyper-realistic, no campiness at all look is good. I kind of wish they were beating the medieval feel a little more across the head, but I like that the suit that Oscar Isaac is wearing in one of the photos looks like a suit of armor from medieval times, medieval Europe. So I think it can be good. I think it's very promising, and I think there's a lot that can go right, and that's what's exciting me. But Paul's kind of I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say Paul's kind of the big guy. You have to nail him, but I don't think you do. I think Kyle MacLachlan from the 1984 version did a good job. I still haven't seen the sci-fi version from the Sci-Fi Channel. But maybe with Paul being such a perfect person and such a complex character, if you play him a little flat, I think that might actually be okay as long as the supporting cast is good. Again, I'm not the biggest movie buff. I have experience acting. I know a little bit about directing. I have experience doing that too. So stage stuff though, not movies. But I'm saying that because I'm really who am I to say all this? But if Paul is used for us as a perspective character, though I would love for him to be a great actor, he doesn't necessarily have to be, as long as the rest of the characters around him are stellar. And I think we're lined up to get that. I don't know if we are going to get that, but I think it's a possibility. So I'm gonna throw these knives. They gave me 3 knives, so they already know they're gonna bother me. I'm hoping I can slide one. And no, you can't. Well, so we're gonna have an extra knife lying around. That's everything I wanted to hear. I'm gonna put in the knives that I can. I'm gonna try to replicate the scene from the trailer where he kind of has it over his head like that. I'm gonna use it with the Chris knife because that's cool. Big complaint again. Chris knife is flimsy, a little crooked. Not the end of the world, but these are kind of expensive toys. I'm gonna put the beast's legs in, and I'll come back. All right, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm sitting here and I'm fidgeting with the Beast Raban way more than I'd care to admit, because he's an absolute chungus of a figure. I mean, he's beefy. I know he doesn't look that big compared to Paul, but he's a pretty big guy, especially the arms. I mean, look at the thickness of the arms. I mean, that's just a ridiculous difference. He doesn't want to stay up. Maybe I'm not very smart. Like I said, I'm not good at this whole figurine thing. Oh, let's play Spin the Beast. I'm not good at this whole figurine thing. Still trying to figure it out. Struggling to put any weapons in any hands. At all. This one is still coming out because I didn't do a good job on the Beast. Sorry for that jump cut there, but look at that. I mean, that doesn't want to stay. Not having a pedestal for him or a base, whatever you want to call it, isn't really working out, Chief. So I'm just going to lean him up against something for now until I figure out what to do. Great sculpt. I mean, I think he is by far one of the coolest ones. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the legs in. Again, I'm not very smart. That could be why I'm struggling. The Paul looks great though. I think the pose is cool. I think it looks good. Yeah, very stoked on the Paul. So I'm gonna throw them up on the shelf, see how they both look with the rest, and have the beast lean up against something, and then kind of talk more, I guess. Well, here's the squad, looking pretty fly. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go, looking pretty fly. The beast is not standing on his own 2 feet. He's definitely leaning. Nice. How you doing, Jessica? It's looking pretty good. Good squad. You get the Baron up there, but like I said, I'm gonna take him out later because he is a big chungus. But not to be a big disappointment that it's just Paul. I do have 2 pretty cool things to share. An issue of Galaxy from July 1969, the science fiction magazine. It is the first part of Dune Messiah when it was serialized before the novel actually came out. I bought this in very good condition, it said. I wouldn't call that very good condition. Just throwing that out there. It's readable, but annoyed a bit. Super cool. It goes with my ones for Children of Dune from Analog. And then something to go with that is a copy of Analog from August 1966. It's right after Dune. 1 got published, and this is a novella included in by Frank Herbert, called By the Books. It's like 30-40 pages, but I'm excited to read it. I see Frank Herbert, I click. But I'm excited to see what that has to offer. And these books are so cool. And they're, for what they are, they're relatively cheap. This is a pretty good condition. And, you get a little bit piece of history. You get really cool art. The Children of Dune that I have actually has illustrations in it. Or not Children of Dune, the Dune Messiah actually has illustrations in it. Maybe I'll pull it out later and show everyone. But that's really neat to me that they illustrated it, that the editor thought it was cool enough to illustrate. So hope you all enjoyed. That's what I've added to my Dune shelf. And when I get everything moved in at my new place and set up, so a couple months from now, you'll definitely get a big Dune tour. And you can see why I'm mentally ill. I have a sickness in my brain. Very obsessive. That's right off the bat. Anyone can diagnose me with that, but we'll see what else. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. SMFF Nation. Show me your cool Dune stuff, or just show me your cool stuff you're stoked on. I don't care. I bet it's cool. You're a good guy. You're a good girl. Good person. I trust you. I believe in you. I want to be stoked on what you're stoked on. Let me see. So, Chungus.